Picture this. You just got your paycheck and it's already burning a hole in your pocket. But wait, before you splurge on that fancy gadget or designer bag, let's dive into the world of financial wisdom. Let's face it, we've all been there. Payday rolls around and we're already mentally spending our hard-earned cash on things we may not even need. It's like there's an invisible force pushing us towards the nearest shopping mall or online store. But hey, who needs another pair of shoes or the latest smartphone, right? It's time to put on the brakes and take a detour into the land of financial enlightenment. You may be wondering, what are the best financial tips? Well, the answer isn't as simple as it seems. What's best can depend on a variety of factors like your income, debt, lifestyle, and financial goals. But don't worry, we're not going to leave you hanging. We've got some universal starting points that can help anyone get on the right track. We'll be diving into the nitty-gritty of saving, budgeting, investing, and even tackling the often overlooked aspect of personal finance, your mindset. We're talking about tips that can help you automate your savings, start investing even with small amounts, track your spending, and understand your financial priorities. We'll also touch on how to manage your debt effectively and set realistic financial goals. And of course, we'll explore how to keep your motivation up by celebrating small wins along the way. So, are you ready to turn your financial life around? Buckle up, because this ride is about to get interesting. Let's gear up to take control of your finances and make your money work for you, instead of the other way around. After all, it's not about how much money you make, but how much you keep, how hard it works for you, and how many generations you keep it for. Stay tuned, because we're about to embark on a journey that can transform your financial future. Remember, the struggle is real, but so is the potential for financial freedom. So let's get started, shall we? First things first, let's talk about building a strong foundation. Think of it like constructing a house. You wouldn't start with the roof, would you? You need solid base to work up from, and that applies to your finances too. Let's kick off with savings. Now, I know what you're thinking. I barely have enough to cover my bills. How am I supposed to save? Here's the magic trick. Automate it. Set up a direct debit to whisk away a portion of your income as soon as it lands in your account. This set-it-and-forget-it approach eases the pain of parting with your money, and before you know it, you'll have a nice little nest egg. But how much should you save? Well, if you can only set aside an amount, the key is to start now. Consistency is the secret sauce here. You'd be surprised how quickly those small amounts add up. You've heard of the $5 savings challenge or round up your change methods, right? They're proof that small steps can lead to big results. Don't forget about high-yield savings accounts. They're like a secret weapon for your savings strategy. Moving on to budgeting. It's time to know where your money is going. Tracking your spending is a game changer. There's an app for that, or if you're old school, a simple spreadsheet will do. The key is to keep on where every dollar is going. It's a bit like a financial detective game. Next up, know your priorities. It's essential to differentiate between needs and wants. Sure, we all need to eat, but do you really need that $5 latte every morning? Aligning your spending with your priorities can help you find extra money to save or invest. Of which, ever heard of the 50-30-20 rule or zero-based budgeting? They're great starting points for managing your money. The 50-30-20 rule suggests you allocate 50% of your income to needs, 30% to wants, and 20% to savings. Zero-based budgeting, on the other hand, makes every dollar work for you, assigning each one a job. Remember, Rome built in a day, and neither will your financial empire. But these steps will set you on the right path. So are you ready to lay the first brick? If you're finding these tips helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more financial wisdom. Alright, now that you've laid a solid foundation, it's time to build. And by build, I mean grow your wealth. Let's kick things off with investing. Now you might be thinking, investing? I can barely afford my morning coffee. But here's the secret sauce. Start early, even with small amounts. It's like planting a seed. Initially, it might seem insignificant, but give it time, water, and a little sunshine, and voila, you've got yourself a mighty oak tree. This is thanks to our dear friend, compound interest. Imagine compound interest as that hard-working ant at a picnic, quietly multiplying your wealth while you're busy munching on your sandwich. Next up, diversify your investments. Think of it like this. You wouldn't put all your apples in one basket, would you? Of course not. If you drop that basket, you're out of apples. So, spread your investments across different asset classes. You've got stocks, bonds, real estate, and more. This way, if one sector has a hiccup, your entire portfolio doesn't need to reach for the antacids. If you're a beginner, consider exploring robo-advisors or low-cost exchange-traded funds, ETFs. They are like your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, helping you navigate the investing world without needing the wealth of Tony Stark. Now let's tackle the elephant in the room, debt. It's like that annoying guest at a party who just won't leave. But don't worry, we've got some party tricks up our sleeves. First off, prioritize high-interest debt. These are your credit cards, payday loans, the villains of the financial world. Defeat them first. And if you're feeling overwhelmed, explore debt consolidation options. It's like having all your wild party guests in one room, easier to manage and potentially at a lower volume, interest rates. To help you combat debt, consider resources like the debt snowball or avalanche methods. Imagine yourself as a snowball rolling downhill, picking up speed and size as you knock out each debt. Or, picture an avalanche, starting with the biggest threat and cascading down to the smallest. And if you're feeling lost, financial advisors are like your financial GPS, guiding you towards your financial destination. As Confucius once said, the man who moves a mountain begins by carrying away small stones. So start carrying away those financial stones. Now let's talk about the most important part of this journey, your mindset. You see, your mindset is like the captain of your financial ship. If it veers towards negativity, your ship could start sinking. But if it's filled with positivity and determination, you're sailing towards a bright financial future. Firstly, let's discuss the importance of financial education. You wouldn't jump into a pool without knowing how to swim, would you? Similarly, you shouldn't dive into the financial world without understanding the basics. Read books, listen to podcasts, and seek out credible financial resources. Knowledge is power, and in this case, it's also your ticket to financial freedom. Next, let's touch on setting realistic goals. It's easy to look at the Joneses with their fancy cars and extravagant vacations and feel like you're lagging behind. But remember, everyone's financial journey is unique. Set goals that are realistic for your situation. It's not about how fast you can run, but how far you're willing to go. And lastly, celebrate those small wins. Did you stick to your budget this month? Great. Treat yourself to a movie night. Paid off a credit card? Fantastic. Go out for a nice dinner. These small victories keep you motivated and make the journey enjoyable. After all, what's life without a little celebration, right? Now you might be thinking, but I've always had a negative relationship with money. Well, that's where financial coaching or therapy comes in. These professionals can help you untangle those negative money beliefs and replace them with positive affirmations. It's like hitting the reset button on your financial mindset. Remember, a positive mindset is the key to unlocking your financial potential. So start mastering your mindset today and pave the way to financial success. You've got this. Alright, we've covered a lot of ground today, but remember, financial success is a journey, not a destination. From building a strong financial foundation with smart saving and budgeting strategies to growing your wealth through investments and effective debt management, we've outlined a roadmap to financial success. But the real magic happens when you master your mindset. Self-education, setting realistic goals, and celebrating small wins, these aren't just tips, they're game changers. And let's not forget, none of this is a one-size-fits-all. Your journey is unique, and these tips are starting points to guide you. It's the consistent small steps you take, the daily decisions that lead to changes. You're not sprinting 100 meters here, you're running a marathon. So, what you waiting for? Start your journey today, and remember, every little step counts. Until next time, keep those pockets full and your financial dreams alive. If you found our video helpful, do give us a thumbs up and don't forget to hit the subscribe button. This way, you get to stay updated with all our financial tips. Help us grow our channel and let's keep learning and achieving financial success together.